Thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me, this eternal moment of which we all share, an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in each and every day, and we'll do the same without wasting a single second of your time. Bada bing, bada boom, we go into the charts. So we were talking about that retrace to the Fibonacci levels, and we've held at the equilibrium point, which is also this point of control. If you notice here, this level here was a point of control rejection of this entire range, and also we have some minor point of control here. So this is basically what we're trading in to decide whether the accumulation is going to continue to the upside or not. Let's on this rejection at the 382 of the diagonal pitch fan. We've had price trapped in since January. So let's go to high block capital. Well, what is high block? Well, people lock their liquidity into the charts to get burnt to a crisp by the market maker for not using a stop loss, and we get to see where those crispy characters lie in wait. One thing that is noteworthy for upside potential is this short pool, which is opening up upon this drop here to the tune of $185 million. They already came back for the 100xers. Rest in peace.
Fatality.
And now they could be possibly coming up to the 50x and beyond. It all depends on what they have lurking below in terms of the long liquidity still on the charts. Let's go ahead and zoom in some more. We do have a $278 million pool down at, I hate when it does this, let's do it again. We have a $278 million pool down at 26,747, which could be right for the taking, and their partner in crime, a $428 million 100x pool down here at 26,573. We'll see where those coincide with Fibonacci in a minute, and that is the 1 minute time frame. If we go ahead and expand our vision to the 7 minute, the 7 minute still has some pools to take to the upside. We have to set the filter to from relative to max liquidity so we can see everything. I don't know why it's been changing that recently. So a good 10 billion plus up in the 28k region that we could come back to stab into on the 7-day time frame. The other pools which are lost to father time are still down below. There is a cool $2.3 billion down at 26.9, which is getting hot, that they could come back and gobble up just a bit before heading higher. We just went over where those coincide with the 1 minute time frame. And let's expand our vision to the monthly. We already went over how the 3, 6, and 3 month and the 6 month are imbalanced to the downside, so we need to be aware of that. This could all come back in our face to the 23.5 region, double digits down below here. 19 billion at 23.6 and 19 billion at 23.5. A good 30 billion plus, coming to the tune almost 40 billion down below. And then if you go to that 3 month time frame, you'll see it ever more clear in those double digits in the 50 billion plus region for each zone. If you go to the 6 month time frame, you'll also see that this is $180 billion down at 24.3. That could be the catalyst for a genuine upside move, but we did get this sustainable conviction to the push up, seemingly so. So do we reclaim this region and head higher? As you start to shift your attention to the 2-year time frame, this is where you start to see this interesting pool of 200 plus billion in each region on the path up to 33.2, $600 billion up in that region. So do we head up in that region at some point in the future? I am willing to bet that we will, but do we go down first is the question on everyone's mind. So let's go into the Binance chart, throw in our momentum, and see where things head. All right. Okay. So first and foremost, we got the daily candle close in about an hour. I gotta head to work and take my son to school, so I will be streaming now. So I will throw on the heads up display now. Boom, boom, boom. Link in the description for more. MomentumMaster.info. You can toggle everything at Bitcoin's bottom before we knew it was a bottom at 15K with the rocket ship, and the rest was history. You can read about the stochastic array and other things and other components as they come into prominence. So that's enough for that. Let's go ahead and take a look. Rejection at the super trend on the daily time frame with daily candle close yesterday just beneath the super trend. We got the retrace to the 5 level equilibrium of this impulse to the upside. It's expected to see a pullback at a thick cloud like this on the daily time frame. We had this thick cloud piercing the cloud and getting a hard rejection off the super trend, and the cloud is par for the course, which is why we were talking about a retrace into that 0.5 level, which we got. So if you took profits on your long, congratulations. If you're looking to re-enter, let's be diligent in that, as we are not financial advisors, and you have to see your own confluence to the upside or beyond. So if we look at the 22-hour time frame, there is a interesting thing to note. We did reclaim the cloud here thus far, and we had a vector candle, and the overbought nature of the stochastic RSI is attempting to chill out here in the next 1 hour, they would close the second 2-hour candle. This 2-hour candle resets some of the stochastic. You could get a double top as the Williams still has momentum to the upside on the 22. Now let's go back to the daily and see what the daily B level looks like. We have the Williams Rising Sun event, which is starting to play out. The Williams could continue to push the stochastic, the RSI, and the money flow to the upside. Money flow beneath the RSI here could get a little bit of a push more on the money flow to push this RSI above 50 and make it more bullish. 50 is a level which has psychological resistance, where it either meets with resistance to drop back down or break through and possibly continue higher. Yesterday was Wednesday, but we only saw a retrace, so that in essence, by holding the 0.5 equilibrium level is a complement to Tuesday's play. We did not just Bart Simpson and give it all back. So that is something to note. So Thursday midweek reversal, which is today here in Asia, could insinuate that this continues. A reversal does not always mean market reversal. I was telling the Discord members yesterday in a chat that the Discord, that the Wednesday consolidation could also mean that Thursday's midweek reversal is to continue Tuesday's play. So I repeat, Tuesday's play could be continued by Thursday today, because Wednesday essentially went sideways. So if we go to the 12-hour time frame, the reclamation of the cloud and holding of this equilibrium level, the flipping of the super trend on the 12-hour to bullish, and the crossover event still in play. Also to note, we did talk about that crossover event on the baselines on Saturday, and we did see that upside potential. What are the baselines, you say? Well, they're your first sign of reversal, as you can read about here within the suite. And then if you go to the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame starting to get a cross down event on the other side of the equation. It will close this out in an hour, so we will look to see how this baseline closes. Does it close intact? If this does not push up, negating this thin boy above the fat boy here, then we will see this close as a cross down event, which could reset some more on the 4-hour time frame. Doesn't always give exactly as much as you'd expect, but a cross up gives you something and a cross down gives you something. So it is something to take care and take heed on, as we were talking about on the 3-day as well. So meeting with resistance on that weighted moving average on the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame stochastic is meandering back down to the 50 level. Williams at an ambiguous point, not oversold, not overbought, just in the middle. Leading MACD formula coming back to its, technically it crossed down here. Can it get some negation of this cross down event or not? We are reaching into the domain of the stochastic, so it did get permission granted to come up into the stochastic domain. And the hourly time frame, leading MACD looking to potentially cross up here, with this starting to go up a little bit, and the hourly time frame attempting to play out after the Williams got oversold. Money flow and RSI at the 50 level, ambiguously waiting orders to go up or down. Cloud is mighty thick on the hourly time frame, as you would expect with that type of volume entering on the hourly time frame with the vector candle here. You got 3 vector candles. That red one was just a take profit sell off until the continuation candle thereafter. If we go to the 15-minute, hi there, cat, what's up? 15-minute looking to come down a little bit here. You're getting the alarm cross on the 15-minute time frame for the Williams. Are we going to see this come down a little bit more past the 0.5 level? We got a reaction off the 0.5. If we see a genuine retrace, that, as I said, the 0.5 would be a bullish sign, because it means the order block is higher than lower, so they can't wait to get in. Now, if they can wait to get in, then the next level to look at would be the 618 down at 26,757. Let's coincide that with some liquidity. 26757. Hey there, why are you gonna do that to me? It likes to turn white for some reason. Let's see. 2677. The 278 million down at 26,770. 26,770 would put you down just at that 7. Yeah, that would put you right there, just at the golden pocket region. So there is some liquidity down in this region. We'll mark it off. And also on the that $400 million, or 400 million at 26,573. So let's mark off 26,573. That would be a deep retrace into the 706. That would be down there at the 706 region. So it would take you into the golden pocket. So if they're looking to clear these ideas of these thick pools of longs, one thing would be to peel out before they continue. Let's go ahead and delete that and just put this out there in more minute fashion, so you could come down to here and get the idea of a full reversal and then peel out in the London session. Remember, your signal for a bullish trend-based fib level is here at the 236 at 27,532. So unless we can make it above 27,532, then we are still trapped in a bearish narrative correction to the downside, which has been had since this moment in time. Back here you had a impulse retrace idea back here, and this 236 at 29,490 has had you at hello all the way down to the 1618 at 25k. And so are we trying to make our way out of that, or fall back into the 2 level and take out that lower liquidity zone? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the broader market real quick. So yesterday for NASDAQ did see some consolidation as well, and we're starting to get a nuke by the looks of it on the NASDAQ. So does this mean Thursday will do a reversal point from here? We basically went sideways. The monthly candle close is upon us, so that is something to note. As options expire and quarterly options expire and all that stuff, they could be squeezing the shorts upon that expiration and then start to pull back after the monthly candle closes. We did come back into this vector candle and paused there for the day alongside a lot of other assets. The dollar has started to retrace back down even further from yesterday, and let's see if it wants to take a bounce. Now if the dollar takes a bounce, then Bitcoin will take a tumble. So let's see what is going on. Are we going to continue that retrace for the dollar yen? If we look at that, we came down to the super trend, which has been intact since back in July 21st. So on the 12-hour time frame, are we going to continue lower into the retrace, wick off of the adaptive and the weighted here at the bottom of the Keltner, or are we going to hold this level? We do have the cross down events in play for the 12-hour time frame, and the daily also starting to give us a cross down signal for that dollar retrace. If that's the case, you would then have this shoulder, head, and possible shoulder to look out for in the future on the daily time frame. We did talk about this double bottom and the rocket ships, which took off before we knew they were. And yeah, let's just take a look at what Thursday and the end of the month will have to bear. The ES is also trying to attempt at a double top reclamation of some previous liquidity to the downside here. So you have some vector candles up here to take some previous high regions. Respecting the super trend thus far on the daily, can we break this for a Thursday? I would expect it to be insinuating that it would reverse, and then the actual play goes, I can't believe it, and then we go higher. And the same thing with the dollar. It looks like it's going to go back up and then potentially drops into these regions below. This is a bullish super trend level, so we still have bullishness as long as we maintain these levels down below. So it's the same reason why we have some bearish sentiment for the Bitcoin levels, is because the dollar has been mighty strong for the last 47 days, essentially going straight up. So getting this little retrace pullback is expected. If we go into total market cap, we'll see this really quick. Total market cap also getting a pullback retrace off the cloud on the daily time frame, coming back into those potential levels at the 1618 for $1 trillion and the 618 here on the retrace. Still seeing that occur. Rising sun event on the daily, just like Bitcoin, so we could see that continue forward. Bitcoin dominance holding despite altcoins giving back a lot of the, essentially most of what gains they saw on the alts. As talking about this with some of the members of the Discord, we had about 12 billion, it looks like 17 billion, and then they gave back basically more than half of that. So the alts have given back half of the gains, whereas ETH and Bitcoin have been the stars of the show and have still maintained that 0.5 level. What do I mean by that? You go to equilibrium, it has maintained the half level, the equilibrium point. So do we come back into that deep pocket retrace idea or not, is the real question here. It would be healthier for a sign of strength to pull back further. You have the shift which occurred, now you'll have the pullback, and then the continuation, which is strength coming soon to a theater near you. So cross down event on the 4 hour is what we're looking to see, maintain or not. Are we going to get that cross down? If the cross down occurs, remember this doesn't always mean immediate downside, but it is something to take heed. You can have a cross down event like this or you can have a lackluster one like this, but it does mean that it is a leading indicator. These are the first signs of reversal, one of the few leading moving average formulas you will find. All right, so looking at the USDT dominance, we had people entering trades. We're getting a cross up on the 4 hour, insinuating people going to get kicked out into USDT. As USDT rises, this means that they're getting kicked into USD, causing its strength to go up. And so when it goes up like it did here, this was when people got kicked out from the BTC drop from the SpaceX selling of their Bitcoin. All right, so in a nutshell, let's wrap it up. So we could still retrace down into the golden pocket. I'm here to see it. I would assume that there would be a nice thing to do to come down and knock out those, particularly the 100x $400 million pool down here. This little bit of happiness down at $428 million at 26,573. That 706 level down here would be a decent place to think about watching for divergence and things like that. Whether you execute that, that's on you, but we can look for that. This is Thursday midweek reversal for Asia, and that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Remember, not bullish until we can get above 27,532, which we have yet to see. So once you see that, you can set your stops into profit and chill like a villain, chilling like a villain after that point. Let's go see what the chat is going. Bro, can you take a look at CAS USDT? Yes, let's do that, and then we'll bid you adieu. Thank you for shouting that out. CAS USDT. We'll look at the KuCoin because I don't have a MEXC. So CAS. Alright, so on the CAS level here, you are getting a cross up event on the 12-hour time frame. You're holding the adaptive moving average. It looks like the weighted doesn't have much data here, so this is a relatively new asset as of May 6th, so it's relatively new, but we saw this rounded out price action retrace continuation idea. This was some very beautiful structure here. Rise, retrace, continuation, shift, pullback, strength, and that was a nice little pullback here. And where did we come back to in this sequence? We are currently at that 618 possible reaction off the golden pocket here. So if Bitcoin does take a little bit more of a tumble during the Asia or London session going into New York, you could possibly find a little kind of bounce zone here if there is some premature action happening here off the first reaction to the 618. If we look at the 12-hour, it is possibly getting this nice double bottom on the Williams and the momentum on the stochastic RSI. Yet to see the golden light of the rising sun from the crossover event of the Williams just yet, but that is a subtle support thing that could occur. 6-hour time frame getting a little bit overbought here, and you had previous bullish divergence on the money flow here off that 618 reaction. If you took that, good on you, good eyeball, because there was some bullish divergence for a good 13% reaction off of that. Do we see another reaction to this golden light rising sun potential of the Williams on the 6-hour? Does that bring a double top to the 6-hour here? If we go to the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour get some previous bearish divergence into that super trend, which it has been maintaining in a bearish manner, and we're starting to see something interesting to note on the 4-hour time frame. That is here, this curvature of the cloud insinuates that it could be shifting, in which case you could be seeing something in similar fashion here, where you come down and potentially come up here and start to reclaim some ideas here and continue. So the reaction of the cloud and the thinning of the cloud is what we want to see here on the 4-hour time frame. You got the cross up event on the 4-hour. 4-hour is coming down stochastically speaking, money flow and RSI below 50, looking to get a possible bounce off of 50, maybe a hard reset down into the golden pocket one more time. If we go into the hourly time frame, looks pretty nice with the Williams rounding out nicely down in the oversold region. Money flow down, MACD down in the Williams region, looking to cross up perhaps after it comes down to say hello a little bit more. If we look at the super trend, it's holding the super trend level. That could be an enticement to go stop some people out first. If we go to the 15-minute cloud is mighty thick. It'd be nice if it had another reaction, a second hit to this golden pocket region. I would get some confirmation off of that and look for some divergence of some kind. But if you're already in the trade, then you're already in the trade. But that was a nice little move. I would have locked in at least some of the gains trending with super trend. We do have with Momentum Master, by the way, a trailing stop level that is adjustable to the time frame you're looking at, and it will tell you that price, so you can get that super trend within the super trend and do your math to stay in the trade to its fullest potential. So that is one little formula that is a sleeper one that's not listed on the site. Alright, so looking at CAS, 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝘁𝗲. So 𝗥𝗲𝗹 could come down into this golden pocket for a retrace idea. Let's go see if there is a thing here for it. It is kind of new, so I doubt it will have it here. These are only the popular coins, but yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I think having a nice little reaction off that, and you'd watch for that cloud shift on the 4-hour. That 4-hour shift getting thin a little bit here. It could always come lower just like it did here, boom, boom, but just the angle here could be insinuating something. Where does that react? I don't know. Could come all the way down to this region. And that is it for 𝗥𝗲𝗹, and that is it for me as we start to go get ready for work. So yeah, Bitcoin, does it come down to this region react off the golden pocket, or was that equilibrium enough? Was the strength enough up here in the equilibrium level? That is the question. And that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. We're looking for a continuation possibility since Wednesday just gave us sideways action, which is a complement to Tuesday in my book. So does that mean the reversal for Wednesday would be upside potential after a possible liquidity grab to the downside? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, folks. Thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in, and we'll do the same, bringing the fire, the accuracy, the precision, all that fun stuff, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.